We're recording right now. Sitting here with Ryan Derks.
What's up, Kansas City? Or internet.
Yeah,
the whole
right.
world.
And you run the Meetup Kansas City.
Yeah, Meetup Kansas City. Every first Friday, come out. There's 150.
You say every first Friday, but last month it was on Thursday night?
Yeah, so our main speaker had to do it only on Thursday, and he was smart and intelligent and in high demand enough that we moved it to Thursday. So
got it.
Every other time, though, come down to the Crossroads for First Friday. And then after we adjourn at 8:30, you go right out in the Crossroads. There's art, music,
That's why you're doing it on First Fridays.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Wow, that's
because, like, first off,
I can figure out why in the world I want to go hang out with a bunch of geeks on Friday nights.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
I'm like, wait a minute. I know I don't look like a geek. I know I talk like one.
And you know what? I'll bet it's even more difficult to bring, like, your girlfriend or wife to come out to meet up with a bunch of geeks. But then you say, hey, wait, we'll go for an hour. We'll learn something. We'll meet some really like-minded people, and then we'll just go right out, and we'll be right in the middle of the First Friday festivals. Art galleries.
I actually, because I wanted to attend, so I was supposed to go to the last one, but that video I was just showing you with Jeff, the owner of Happy Foods, we did that video that night, and I was supposed to go to that with our actual team went down there. A couple of our guys went down there, met Tim, one of your guys that you're working with, right? Okay. And so they know, Tim knows Josh, and then I met you, so it was kind of interesting, and I don't think Tim knows that it's the same group that he's talking to.
Okay, very cool.
So that'll be interesting. But Jeff, who came up with Happy Foods, just popped in the office to grab a quick drink, and they did a quick video. And next thing I know, it was like 9 o'clock at night. And I was like, I guess I'm not going to make that. So, but I'm supposed to go to Panama next week to the fintech banking conference down in Panama, and but I'm not. I'm going to come do it here in Kansas City.
I've got the whole thing scheduled, so here's the agenda if you're listening and you're halfway interested. First Friday, February 2nd, at Office Port, Kansas City at 6:30. First 30 minutes will be a guy named Shakir Gupta, who's running a nonprofit that's all about how blockchain is breaking up city, state, and federal government with all the technology. And
smart cities.
Yeah, smart cities.
He was all over the CES show.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got examples from across the country of people he's been in communication with and the projects they're doing. The next 20-30 minutes will be a good friend of mine who's a big crypto nerd. He used to be running a mining operation here in town, and he's a tax accountant. And we're going to be talking about nothing but crypto and taxes for 20 minutes because it's such a gray area. A lot of people have a lot of questions.
I've been working with our accountants on that alone. And the one thing that he told me to do for now, which I thought was really interesting, and I'd love to hear what your guys' opinion is because we're supposed to keep a ledger of some sort, so paper ledgers, something like that. But he said there's no protocol on what exchange to use because BTC's exchange in 7,200 or almost 7,300 I think exchanges worldwide.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so how do you and you can back in the time all back into the USD. So how do you value a BTC? So he told me make my in with the one that was most advantageous to me and make my exit with the most advantageous to
from a 35,000 foot view, in my opinion, in my history of my previous work, as long as you report something, you'll be fine.
Yep.
This is so nearly impossible for the IRS to actually track efficiently that if you just report, look, I bought in at this price, I sold at this price, there's my tax I'm going to pay you, they're going to be okay with it. And even if it's just a ballpark number, you'll be fine.
If somebody wants to, in Kansas City, has an idea, a project, or a startup that they're trying to do inside of this space, or that ties to this space, or that they think this space is going to be interesting, how do they go about talking? You got a speaker.
You have to come to the meetup. That's it. Like, that's all I can tell you because it's one thing to message people like on Facebook or email or whatever. Just come to the freaking meetup. It's once a month. And
no, I mean to actually become a speaker.
Yeah, come to the meetup.
Okay.
Because you get face to face, and we're all just there. Come 30 minutes early. Tim and I get there at 2 in the afternoon and set up until 6:30. Come between 3 and 6 at Office Port and talk to us.
Awesome.
It's that simple.
Is there a website or email or contact?
Not really. I mean, there is. Go to the website meetup.com if you guys know that to find out about details about each meetup. But yeah, you just got to come and get involved, get some FaceTime because you'll be shocked at how many people I meet every month that I meet for the first time who have, like you, for example, you're working on a big project. I know a guy who I'm a great friends with him now, and he's a coder, developer in the blockchain space. All sorts of people who are just as geeky about this in Kansas City, but feel like they have no outlet or no network. But just come.
I don't know a whole lot of people. I mean, I did my first podcast.
Yeah, in January we had 140 people come to January. In December we had like 133 people. So like you're going to find a lot of like-minded people. And if you want to be a speaker, or if you're working on a project, or if you just want to make more friends in the crypto space to talk about mining or trading or whatever, come. 3 months ago, the whole topic was all mining. One of the country's top 50 mining rigs is here in town. It's just south of Kansas City, and he came to the whole presentation. He does Ethereum mining. Okay. And he's got 899 motherboards that are all mining in a warehouse right now. It's pretty impressive.
Well, I think I was telling you, we have a friend of mine who you'll see on Merkle Institute, Jeff Lewandowski. He has a buddy of his who was the previous CTO of Gateway and has a great connection with NVIDIA, because Gateway was their only sole buyer when they were about to go out, and so he saved their company. And
what's funny about crypto is crypto is legitimately putting NVIDIA to the next level.
Well,
there was a time in Russia.
Crypto as well as smart cars. They're using the same AI. Yeah,
I bet that
same
makes sense.
stuff.
I bet that makes sense.
So both are battling for the same.
This past summer, there was about a 2-month period where you couldn't buy an NVIDIA card anywhere in Russia because they're in such demand, because it's so popular in Russia to mine. Russia is really encouraging the whole country to get on crypto.
I bet you guys, if you guys want somebody, that would obviously the mining operation, but then a whole nother scale of understanding of what's going on. I bet you we get the previous CTO of Gateway down here.
Yeah,
give the presentation. But you're gonna have to actually, tell us and let us know that that's what you want. I know a lot of things that we do on a lot of our channels, either Health Splash, which is a project that I'm the CEO and co-founder of, Merkle Institute, which is kind of my way to be really involved in the community, but not junk up our actual operational brand.
Yeah.
But I'm a geek like the rest of us. I listen to a lot of feedback of what the community is needing at the moment. Okay. And doing the same content over and over again is not necessarily always the best thing, but listening to the feedback of the community and trying to bring the speakers and the experts from around the world that can educate us on at least what's going on in the rest of the world. That's one thing. We're just Kansas City. We're like a minnow. I mean, I don't even know if we're a minnow.
Well, that's why I love the meetup, because we're here in Kansas City. We're not known to be a huge tech city. We're not known to be on the cutting edge of that kind of stuff. So if there are people out in Kansas City, Metro, really, there are people that drove in from Colombia for the last meetup.
No kidding.
Yes. So if you feel like you're in a small island by yourself in the world of crypto, first Friday, February 2nd, 6:30, Office Port KC. You'll meet 150 of your best friends. We've already got 135 people who've already RSVP'd, so there's still plenty of room. Just come on out.
How many can fit?
Technically, we only allow 150, but like we're not stamping tickets or something. So if 160 show up,
okay,
yeah,
got it.
Yeah,
so
come out and meet your new best
first
friends.
come, first serve. If there's 300 that show up, you can have to turn them away at the door.
Yeah, well, so we've got 100 seats. 110 seats.
Standing room only.
Yeah, so if you're not part of the first 110, yeah, you have to stand. And so that's what happens. There's a huge crowd of people that stand in the back every month. So
fantastic. You know what's funny is I had no idea this was actually going on in Kansas City until just a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Reached out to Ryan. Was like, hey, we're a company in Kansas City, heavily active in it, not in Kansas City, but internationally. I'm speaking at the Crypto Funding Summit this coming week here, January 24th, and then I'm going to I'm a keynote at Blockchain Expo Asia, Dubai, and Mumbai. I'm supposed to be traveling all through Asia. One of our consultants just did a five tour in Russia, and then one in Russia and 4 events in China, all through December. Traveled with Jane Zhang and David Yu. Jane Zhang's family is one of the major owners of Alibaba.
Right.
David Yu is the CEO of Meredith Capital and the Chinese tech sovereign fund. And so we're trying to see if we can maybe bring some major players into the Kansas City market to just educate us what's going on.
And if that's the case, we're going to have to find a bigger place than Office Port to host that, because I'm sure there's going to be more than 150 people that want to come.
We're going to have to take a bus from wherever we can do it at back down to First Friday.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the kind of the conversation we're having right now, is if this continues to get big, where are we going to move this to?
Right.
Yeah, so
big.
Cool stuff.
Awesome. Well, sounds good. Hey, appreciate being here.
Absolutely. See you,
See you guys.